Hi, I'm Nathalie Media from Player.one, and I'm speaking to the creative director for Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Davide Soliani. Can you talk me through some of the original proposals for the Nintendo-Ubisoft collaboration?
We did start at 3 years and a half ago. And at that time, we were aiming to propose to Nintendo something completely new.
Right.
And when we started, of course, we had no idea that at some point we were going to decide for this kind of game.
Right.
But we wanted something new, and we said, okay, we need to propose something that they will never do on their own, and at least something that they are not already doing it, because they are doing it already super well for many games. So we decided to create something unique with the Rabbids and the Nintendo character. We said we should use this contrast, these differences between Mario and the Rabbids to come up with something new. Using this contrast between those two universes to a way to leverage new way of creating humor, new visual, new game mechanics, new experience. And as we are a huge tactical fan, we say, how cool it could be to renew the genre by using those two universes together.
Right.
And at the same time, we wanted to stay true to the Mario universe, and that's why we decided to mix the combat phases with some exploration phases, being lost in those beautiful worlds, searching, thanks a lot, searching for treasure, solving puzzle, finding new heroes to help you throughout the game, but also facing new enemies. So when we started to mix all those components together, one of our first references was Mario Kart. We said, how could it be to bring that dynamism that you can find in the kart racing from Nintendo, like, such as the bonuses, the fact that you can still win even if you are the last one in that precise moment, and bring it to a combat system. And that's why in our game, you have weapons, but they are not there just to deal damage. On top of that, you can plug super effect that can create some unpredictable situation, humor, and spice the combat system a lot.
So, how did you make Kingdom Battle a new kind of tactical game? What elements of tactical games were most important to include, to tweak, or to play with?
We wanted to give the player something solid to rely upon, such as being able to take cover and feel safe. But at the same time, we wanted a true and strong mechanism to help the player moving in the battleground. So we have an area of movement, but we didn't want, like many other tactical games, to rely on the movement area just for the sake of moving. We wanted truly to give to this phase, which is common to many other tactical games, something that could create strategic on its own. And that's why you can dash various enemies, you can team jump with your teammates, and throughout the, and double team jump, and throughout the skill tree, you can increase your ability to really trigger various types of synergy within the movement phase between your heroes. Our approach, if you played our game, so it is a turn-based tactical game, but it doesn't feel like it's a turn-based. It feels more dynamical.
Because you can choose what actions to do at any time.
In the order you want, in the sequence you want, and that's your power, your ability, and the way you can use them and when you can use them is entirely up to the player. So players will build their own strategy, their own tactics, depending on their play style. And they will use the skill tree and power up what they want because of their play style.
Now, how did you decide what strategic role and abilities to give each character? It kind of makes sense, Peach is a healer, and somehow it makes sense that Luigi's a sniper. Somehow I get it. But for example, like the Rabbids abilities, and does that kind of tie in to creating the characters of the Rabbids themselves? Like kind of what came first, the chicken or the egg, the Rabbid personality or the abilities?
Both of them at the same time, I will say, because the personality of Luigi is what made us decide that, of course, Luigi was the ranged guy.
Right, it makes
He doesn't
sense.
want to be in the center of the action because he's a kind of scared guy, no?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's a very, very powerful character in our game because he can easily move where he wants with the itchy feet. He can almost double his area of movement. He can double team jump, and then he can shoot from a ranged position. So it's truly a powerful character. But the fact that he's ranged is reflecting the fact that he doesn't want to stay in the middle of the action.
He's delicate.
Yeah. At the same time, Rabbids Mario is crazy. He's almost a brawler. He wants to stay into the action. That's why he has a shield to protect him, a shotgun to, with a cone of damage to hit multiple enemies. And then we did this kind of process for all the heroes that we have in the game, following their psychology, but also following what people and players knows about them. For example, everyone knows that Mario is the jack of all trade.
Yeah.
It's not like the most strong on some specific trait, but it's overall it's a character that yes, it's even. We needed to be sure that the leader was not too powerful compared to the other, but at the same time not weak.
Yeah.
First of all, because it's Mario, and also because was the leader of the pack. You know.
Gotta respect Mario.
So yeah, absolutely.
You didn't work like, oh, we need to have somebody have this ability. It was more like this person would have this ability.
Yes, definitely, and yeah, because I think it's kind of wrong to decide to give a characteristic to a character just because you need it for a game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to express the psychology of that specific character, it's better to spend time and brainstorming on what ability he would like to have,
Right.
rather than plugging it for no reason. No? So we try always to have some kind of logic behind our choices.
Do you think there would be like a sequel or a 3DS port or anything like that? Just not like confirming anything, but can you picture it? Do you think that would be cool?
Well, will definitely be cool working on a sequel. It does not depend on me. It depends mostly on the players and how much players will support us in the future. So I will gladly do it. I will be honored to do it.
Ha ha!